Call the meeting to order. Roll call.
Councilman Stewart. Here. Councilman Accomando.
Here.
Councilwoman Sanchez.
Here.
Councilwoman Mays is unable to be here this evening. Council President Garrick.
Here. Please rise for the salute to the flag and remain standing for a moment of silence as we remember the lives lost from the events of September 11th, 2021. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Adequate notice of this meeting has been sent to all council members and to all legal newspapers in accordance with the provisions of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231, Public Law 1975.
The public is hereby advised that any statements made during a meeting of the Township Council of the Township of Saddlebrook may not be privileged or protected, and that persons or entities who take issue with such comments or are offended by saying may and have in the past sought legal redress through the courts. Any member of the public who addresses the council speaks for themselves and not the council.
Motion to open the meeting to the public?
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone wishing to address the council, please come up, state your name and address, please.
Good evening, everyone. Thomas Van Winkle, 128 Lincoln Avenue, Saddlebrook. I'm going to start out by talking about the Mayor's Youth Group, as I do every month. We're going to have our next meeting, our first meeting during the school year, on Saturday, October 14th at 10:30 a.m. It'll be right here in this council chamber room, so anybody who's going to attend, please enter through the courtside entrance in the middle. So we hope to see everyone in attendance. We're open to anybody in Saddlebrook in grades 4 through 12. And we'll be discussing all the things we'll be doing going forward as we head into Halloween and to the holiday season. The next thing I want to talk about too is I'm on the Saddlebrook Community Partnership. So I, along the Saddlebrook Community Partnership, will be taking part in the Tomorrow's Children Fund 5K race. Tomorrow's Children Fund, for those who don't know, is a charity that supports children who have a rare blood disorder or cancer. So every year this organization, they do a race at the park, the county park. So it'll be on Sunday, October 1st. The partnership does have a page up to accept donations and to sign up to join the team, which is runsignup.com/SaddlebrookCPC. Again, it's runsignup.com/SaddlebrookCPC. Thank you.
Thank you, Thomas.
Hi, I'm Neil Fadul. I live at 189 Shepis in Saddlebrook, New Jersey. I'm here representing my neighbors. Gary's here with me. He's a neighbor across the street. Robert White, Mayor Robert White, and the engineer, I'm sorry, I forgot your name. Bob, they're aware of a flooding issue that's been happening on Shepis Avenue. It's coming past the property line, and it's been like this for about 2 years. Luckily, Mayor White has helped out with giving some barricades so we can temporarily close the street as the water collects. It eventually goes down, but it creates a big hazard for myself and the neighbors on the street. So I'm not sure if you guys were aware of it, if you have plans of action that could happen that could help remediate the issue.
Through the chair. The council is aware of it. I was waiting for you because I know you've been trying to come to a meeting.
Yeah.
I wanted to get you at a work session, and
Okay.
if maybe perhaps we need a little bit more time, we could
Yeah.
grant that to Mr. Fadul because he
Sure.
has been making an effort. And
We could give you a couple more minutes at this meeting, or if you want to come to the work session in October, you're more than welcome as well.
Okay, and what's the difference between the work session and this?
Well, you'd have more time to speak at the work session.
Okay,
You'd have unlimited time to speak.
okay, that works.
Okay. Our next meeting is October, Pete?
Thursday.
First Thursday.
First Thursday,
Okay,
5:30 here.
First Thursday. Okay, in October.
Yes.
Okay.
Through the chair, I just have one question. You said it's been a flooding situation for 2 years. Have you just lived there for 2 years?
No, I lived there for 10 years.
And just this started happening 2 years ago?
It happened once when I first moved in, but it wasn't terrible. I know the rain has gotten more hazardous and it comes down more torrential now, but the first time that it happened, it did come on my property, no water in the house. But the last couple of years, it's been bad where the whole street's completely flooded. It's like a river.
Has anything else changed on your street in the last, trying to figure out why it's been 8 years with nothing and now also?
Yeah, I'm not sure either. That's what we're all trying to figure out. I know last year they paved Shepis. That was the only change recently. Other than that, I mean, the engineers came out, he's witnessed it. We talked about the piping infrastructure underground, and I'm not sure where to go from there.
I know that last July, with that torrential rain, that I think we got 8 inches of rain in about 40 minutes. Did you flood? I think
yeah, and we just,
the house, right?
not the house, thank God, because of the barricades. What happens is the street floods, cars continue to drive down the street, create waves, pushes the water onto my property and, his property and other houses around me. So the water will eventually go down, but it needs time. It's down the drains, it takes 6 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
So, the barricades are the only thing preventing the water not coming in the house.
I think some of the neighbors got it with that real bad storm, I believe.
Yeah, they got it, yeah. And we recently, I think it was like 2 weeks ago with the heavy rain that came, the street flooded again really bad.
Okay.
So, thank you.
All right, thank you. Our next meeting is October 5th, okay? It's a Thursday night here at 5:30.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Good evening, Omar Rodriguez, Southbrook. First and foremost, I hope that Councilwoman Mazer is doing well. I haven't seen her in a few months. I hope everything is well with her. Hopefully to see her coming back soon. I just provide a copy to Council President of the cannabis ordinances. Since Mr. Attorney is here, I would like to just point out a couple of things, but before doing that, I just got a couple of questions. Who pays for the armed guards inside the school system? The school district or with the council? Or with the town? Can someone?
The township.
Okay. Yesterday I was at a meeting yesterday, but if we pay for the guards, I don't know how many. What is the budget for that? I don't want to elaborate into that. I just needed to know, maybe next meeting at a workshop, I will explain myself better. Right now, into another subject going on, like in 30 years, I never seen that much traffic when the parents pick up their kids from school, specifically Franklin School. Lanza is going all the way the traffic up to 5th Street. Then they take in the 7th Street and they take in Madison. For the first time ever, never seen this explosion of cars. It's becoming an issue because once they're picking up the kids, they just leave the bottles, garbage, sandwiches, whatever, on the front lawn of other houses. But I was surprised by the number of cars, and especially on the corner of North 7 and Lanza, we don't have a specific crossing guard there. And it's near to hit corner, people going in and out, and some kids walk from the school to their homes. Let's just be careful with that corner, North 7 and Lanza. Moving along, I don't want an answer now, but I just would like to know, when I'm listening, how we do it with a search for a business administrator. Are we moving along, and then...
We'll be discussing that in closed session tonight.
Beautiful. Then, Also, I happened to notice on the agenda for today, maybe it was an overlook, I don't see nothing referring to Hispanic Heritage Month, and I believe that
I believe we do have a proclamation for that.
Oh, no, I don't see it on the agenda. Oh, it's just a proclamation, oh, okay. That will satisfy. Now, going back to the main issue, which is the cannabis, I just distributed this. I'm referring right now to the ordinance 1726-22, and I'm reading the second paragraph, where it says, whereas it's in the intent of the governing body that Class 2 manufacturing operation up to 5,000 square feet be permitted in the B2 zone within the township, right? Then we move forward and it comes another amendment. My problem is when we read the language in the first ordinance, it just mentioned that it will be done adjacent to Route 46. However, when they pull just the new one, which was extended to 12,500 square foot, I believe, for manufacturing, it leave the word on top, B2. But then on the language, it mentioned the adjacent to Route 46, which I was just having a discussion with Councilman Samaluka at the last workshop meeting. I believe that we should have a uniform language for these type of things, because let's go to retail, Class 5. Cannabis is Class 5 of retail. It was said right here that it will just be sold under the corridor of Route 46, but if you go into the ordinance 1718-22, it's not so. It says CH1 and CH2 and B2. Why can't we just have a uniform language for everything? Not to open any windows for any litigation, if any, in the future. Because I'm pretty sure that depending on how it goes now, the number of licenses might be extended in the future, but then let's just go back to the drawing board and just have one language for every single line item on the cannabis issue. That's all I requested, and I just left the copy for your perusal.
I gave it to our attorney, so I appreciate it. Mr.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks. Anyone else wish to address the council? Okay. Motion to close to the public?
Motion.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Mayor, you have some proclamations?
Yes.
Okay.
I have 3 proclamations. I'm only going to read the one in the interest of time. Hispanic Heritage Month, it's National Suicide Prevention Awareness Month, and also it's Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. Thomas alluded to tomorrow's Children's Walk on October 1st at the Saddle River County Park. But there's also a few other cancer types that this month is awareness, that they want to bring awareness to: prostate cancer, ovarian cancer, thyroid cancer, and leukemia. So I'm going to read the Spanish Heritage Proclamation. Whereas Hispanic Heritage Month is a time to honor and celebrate the many ways Hispanic America contribute to the success of our country. Saddlebrook's Hispanic population is strong, vibrant, and the fabric of our community. Hispanic Heritage Month was created to showcase and highlight Hispanic contributions throughout our nation, and a reminder that Hispanics have been part of the history of this nation since the beginning. Hispanics of all generations and recent immigrants continue to make great contributions to this nation and to the great community of Saddlebrook. So now, therefore, on this 21st day of September, I, Robert D. White, the Mayor of the Township of Saddlebrook, do here proclaim September as Spanish Heritage Month and call upon the people of Saddlebrook to join in supporting this observance. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Okay. We're going to move on to council comments. We're going to give the mayor a chance to catch his breath. Councilman Sidaluca, would you like to start tonight?
Okay, I think since the last meeting, we had our township picnic, which was a great time. Our township photographer took 6 or 7 billion photographs, which is on the township website, and he also let everyone in the Cotton Eye Joe, and he should get an award just for that. I also happened to see him at the St. Joseph Festival, Labor Day weekend, where he was also doing the Cotton Eye Joe, I believe. So he's the expert, so go to him if you ever want lessons in that. Hispanic Heritage Month, for those who don't know, Mr. Rodriguez was a councilman here for 8 years. I believe it was 8 years council, 4 years council president. He used to say that, but he doesn't say that anymore. And I believe he was the first man of Hispanic heritage to be elected to the council here, and I was honored to serve with him, and I'm honored to serve with Sarah Sanchez, who was the first woman to be elected to the Council of Hispanic Heritage. I really don't have a lot to say this month, so I will make it easy on everyone by just welcoming everyone and inviting everyone to go to the Unico Street Parade, which is the first Sunday, I believe it's October 1st, the first Sunday in October. It's always a great time. The town supports it. We do provide some assistance to the fine men and women who run that organization. Thank you for this.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Sanchez?
This past Sunday was Saddlebrook Soccer Day. So it was a beautiful day. I brought my kids. They play soccer in town. It was nice to see all the children, all the parents. It was a nice event. Also, I just want to take a moment and congratulate Dave DeGennaro on his retirement. So I wish him the best of luck and a happy and healthy retirement.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Councilman Accomando?
Well, I too would like to thank everybody that came out for the picnic, the supporters, everybody who volunteered. It's a tough day, although it's only 5 hours. It's not easy dealing with so many different personalities, and I hate to say ungratefulness, but it's usually one person out of everybody complains about whether the cotton candy wasn't big enough, there wasn't enough salt on the popcorn, or the water was warm. But it only takes one to kind of take the wind right out of your sails. But it was a great time. I look forward to it next year. Coming up is Trunk or Treat. I'm not sure of the date, I apologize for that, but we do need volunteers, we need cars. That's a great time for parents to get together and do stuff for the kids, where other than like sporting events, it's a good time to come out and just meet your neighbors, meet your kids' friends, and just have a good time. So if you want to volunteer, you can let us know. You contact myself, Pete Ladico, or my wife Shannon. And that's it. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Councilman. I too would like to mention the Township Picnic. I'd like to thank all of our sponsors that are on the board there. They gave over $20,000, which helped to pay for everything. And without them, it couldn't have happened. I'd also like to thank all of the volunteers who gave their time coming out and supporting the event to make it all very successful. I'd also like to mention our September 11th ceremony that was held here on September 11th. It was another very successful event. It was a beautiful event. I'd like to thank the mayor and his secretary, Christine Genuario, for putting it together. I would also like to thank our first responders, some which spoke, our fire chief, Jason Sabani, deputy fire chief, Dave Melnicki. I'd like to thank our police officer in charge, John Zatola. I'd also like to thank the ambulance corps, John Pizzino, for being in attendance and participating and making it a super successful event, and Saddlebrook will never forget. Finally, I'd like to just mention our flood committee will be meeting next Tuesday here in the conference room, September 26th at 6:30. Any of our residents are welcome. We have a flood committee. So we'll be meeting on Tuesday. You're more than welcome to attend.
Thank you.
Okay? Thank you very much. Mayor?
Thank you, Council President. I want to talk a little bit about capital improvements. Our 2023 road program is underway. We recently finished Cambridge Avenue, currently working on Victor Street, Kern Place, Alberta Drive, and we will be starting Avon Lane and Strathmore Terrace. That's paving and doing cement work, curbs, and anything else that needs to be restored on the street. We're also starting a water main replacement, 2 locations, one on Hobson and the other on Midland Avenue. So that will be, Bob, when is that? Is that starting very soon?
Probably within a couple of weeks.
Okay. Midland Avenue is going to create a traffic problem, but there will be detours. So that'll be listed on the town website and the town Facebook. Also, the police department. They also have a website. A Facebook page and Instagram. The events that we had plenty of them, as my colleagues mentioned. The town picnic was Saturday, August 26th. I want to thank everyone who participated and contributed, especially the organizers, Shannon Accamundo, Christine Generario. They lead the Projects and Activities Committee. Also, Town Clerk Peter Ladico, who does a lot of work. If you see straight ahead, I'm looking at it right now, there's a large sign that was posted on the sign to your left, sir. Yeah. It's a thank you sign for all the donors, the people that sponsored and contributed to the picnic. So that was hanging on the pavilion the day of the picnic. So we couldn't have had it without their generous contributions. The same morning of the picnic, at Saturday, August 26th, was the Mayor's Walk in the morning. I want to thank everyone who attended. Special thanks to Christine Generario, my secretary, and Rec Director Andy Gallo for their assistance. Also, the walk sponsor was Powerhouse Gym at the Saddlebrook Mall. So I want to thank them. They purchased all the t-shirts that were given out. On August 26th, that same night, I was busy and I was very tired because I was at the picnic, or the walk, the picnic, and then I had, but I gladly went to George Miller. He's a Saddlebrook volunteer fire department member. We celebrated his 50th anniversary, so that was a nice event at the Brownstone. On Saturday, September 9th, Saddlebrook Angels opening day. Saddlebrook Angels is a recreation program, a soccer program, but they also do cheerleading and some other events, but for children with special needs. So that program was started 11 years ago now by the Maniscalco family. So I want to thank them, James and Monica, their children Michael and Samantha. And every year they've been improving the program. It gets bigger and better. I also want to thank Rec Director Andy Gallo, Coach Chris Alfieri, and John Stefano, volunteer coaches and assistants from they get assistant coaches from the Saddlebrook high school boys and girls soccer teams. So they help out and do a great job. And then also this year, Girl Scout Troop 97480, before their opening day, they went to the park and they did a cleanup, and they really did a great job. They did some planting of flowers, but also did some seeding of the field. So they did a great job. We appreciate that. Council President brought up 9/11 Patriot Day Remembrance Ceremony. That was Monday, September 11th. I want to thank everyone who took the time out of their busy schedule to attend. Special thanks to Father Bruce Janiga of St. Philip's Church, who did an opening prayer. Lydia Diaz, a Saddlebrook resident, vocalist who sang in the Star Spangled Banner. Frank Ortega and the Saddlebrook Middle School, High School Marching Band. They played as well. Saddlebrook Boy Scout Troop number 213, they presented the colors. Also, a resident this was a big surprise, I didn't know this was going to happen, but a resident, Hank Vladica, came and he presented 2 handmade 9/11 remembrance pieces, which were, if you saw the pictures, I want to thank Thomas Van Winkle for taking the photos. They were in the photographs. So it was a really nice gesture on his part. And we also want to recognize all the amazing emergency services personnel from our police, fire, and our ambulance corps. They do a great job keeping us safe every day. On September 17th, Sunday, this past Sunday, Mount Virgin Church did a car and motorcycle show here in the parking lot. It was a very nice day. They did a great job. Also, yesterday, last night, here at the complex, the Bergen County Board of Commissioners, they held one of their meetings. They were doing this prior to 9/11. I'm sorry, prior to COVID. Excuse me. They take their meetings on the road. They go to different municipalities. There's 70 municipalities in Bergen County. So, but they chose. This was the first one they did in a long time, and they chose here because they knew it's a new building, and they actually helped us out a lot in the sense that the money that we borrowed, the bond, was done through their improvement authority. We got a really good rate, and so it helped out a lot, and it was nice to have them here. Upcoming events this Saturday, September 23rd, 10 a.m. for seniors, breakfast bingo at the Senior Center. On Friday, September 29th at 7 o'clock, we have another outdoor concert right here in the parking lot. Tuned Up is playing. As Mr. Simaluka mentioned, this Unico Street Fair is October 1st, 10 o'clock in the morning till 5. The whole road is blocked off on Market Street from Westminster to Mayo Street. They've been doing that now for probably the last 6 or 7 years, and it's a really nice event. The clerk's office, Mr. Ladico, is going to be open for voter registration on Tuesday, October 17th until 9 p.m. That's right here. We also have a townwide garage sale. This is the second one we did this year. The first one was so well liked that we're doing another one. It's the weekend of October 20th. It's October 20th to Friday, October 20th to Sunday, October 22nd. So that's a townwide garage sale. The trunk or treat is Saturday, October 28th. That's 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. here in the municipal complex. Some other things, leaf bags. We're getting a lot of residents are asking about the leaf bags. Every fall we hand out 10 leaf bags per household, and they're going to be distributed here at the municipal complex. The notice we put out on the website and Facebook. It should be probably the first or second week of October, and we'll make sure we post that, as I said. This is important for voters, for residents that live in District 6. That polling location is going to be changed from the Saddlebrook Middle School, High School to the municipal complex here at 55 Mayo Street. Residents who live there will be, registered voters will be receiving a notice in the mail of the change. And that change goes into effect for this upcoming general election. COVID-19 is again on the rise, so please take precautions, especially if you're in one of those high-risk groups. And lastly, I want to thank our interim business administrator, Maureen Gruan, who this is probably her last meeting here. One more? Okay, it's got one more. But I won't be able to publicly thank you, so thank you for your service. You've been here almost a year, so, and you helped us out tremendously, so we're going to miss you. That's it.
Thank you, Mayor. We do not have any ordinances this evening, so we're going to move on. Pete?
All items listed with an asterisk are considered routine and non-controversial by the Township Council and will be approved by one motion. There will be no separate discussion on these items unless a council member or members so requested, in which case the item or items will be removed from the consent agenda and considered in its normal sequence on the agenda. The one motion signifies adoption of all resolutions, receive and file letters, correspondence reports, and approval of minutes and applications.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Council President Garrett.
Yes.
Not part of consent agenda or the minutes from the August 17th regular public meeting.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Accomando?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sanchez?
Yes.
Council President Garrett.
Abstain.
Please, the agenda.
Thank you. Old business? Anyone have any old business? New business? If you have any new business?
Just through the chair, I just want to mention that Mr. Rodriguez brought up about the SLEOs, the Class 3 police officers that are in the schools. That is paid by the town. That was a program we started, I think we're in our third year now, third or fourth year. But yeah, the town does pay for it, but it's something that we're very proud of here, and it's something that the school parents are very, very happy with. With all the school shootings and the violence going on in this country, it's nice to know that there's an armed officer, and they're retired officers that get paid a lot less money to be in the schools, yet they have the training that they need to be there and do the job. So it's just another layer of protection, and the school district, well, they're happy with it because the parents they're not paying for it, but it's money well spent. It really is. Just to have that peace of mind, knowing that you have that protection there is, in this day and age, is something that you can't spend enough money for that. And we're really not spending. I think it's about $100,000. That's total. We have 6 officers. 5 of them are regular. They're, I guess, permanent, say, and one of them is he fills in. Thank you for the question.
Thank you, Mayor. Anyone else? New business?
Just to piggyback something I forgot before on Hispanic Heritage Month, we have 2 new businesses that are going to be opening in town. Both of them are food related. Made in Dominican Republic is going to open soon. It's on Floral Lane in the center over there. It's taken over for the Gelato Place, Brothers Pizza, the Gelato Place. That's going to be there. We welcome them, and hopefully we'll be invited to their grand opening ceremony. And I may have mentioned this in the past, Adrian Cafe and Flowers is opening up at the site of the old township fountain. That's at 514 Saddle River Road, and that's being run by Gloria Broussard. Those may know that she's a disc jockey for 93.1 Amore Radio in New York. So we welcome them, and hopefully they will be opening up shortly also.
Thank you, Councilman. Anyone else? At this time, I would like a motion to open the meeting to the public for agenda items only.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone wishing to address the council on agenda items only?
Hold on, how could it be for agenda? I would like to speak about cannabis.
Excuse me?
Let me go there.
Through the chair, I think, Omar, the board, I know you've been going to a lot of board education meetings as well, but yeah, they do it the other way around.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know who's right or wrong, but.
Yeah.
I got confused now.
Yeah. The board does agenda items first and then second.
Right.
There's nothing on the agenda, actually. What can I talk about if there's nothing on the agenda? It's nothing that I can discuss. I'm totally confused about that. I was just going to elaborate on the cannabis, just being specific just on the cannabis, so maybe Mr. Attorney can just see that line specifically. And that's something that is supposed to be-
I gave him what you gave me, and I pointed out to
Yeah.
him the lines that you highlighted, so he'll take a look at it.
All right, since I'm here, I could have done it, but it's nothing on the agenda, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
All right.
thank you. Motion to close the meeting to the public.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion to go into closed session for legal and personnel issues.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Through the chair, we need to advise the public how long approximately we'll be in closed session, and that we will be reopening the meeting and maybe taking further action when the meeting reopens.
Okay.
Do you know how long we'll be in closed session?
I was going to ask you how long, counsel. 45 minutes to an hour?
It depends on how many questions.
Let's be optimistic.
But I say that in
Half hour?
Let's
he
say,
always asks good questions.
let's say 30 minutes. If it's going to be longer, someone will come out. Do we stay here or we go into another? Yeah, so somebody will let you know that it's going to be a little longer, but the meeting will reopen to the public, and the governing body may take further action when the meeting reopens.
Thank you.
That's it.
Okay, very good. I'm going to go to close. Thanks. Motion to go back into open session.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. Motion to approve a resolution between the Township of Saddlebrook and Police Chief Robert J. Kugler.
Motion.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilman Samaluka?
Yes.
Councilman Capomando?
Yes.
Councilman Sanchez?
Yes.
Council President Garrett.
Yes. Motion to adjourn tonight's meeting.
Motion to close.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Have a good evening.
Great time.